We're facing an epidemic. Not of a disease or anything, but an epidemic of LARPers. LARP. Live action roleplay. Originally a term used to describe autistic people who dress up and fight each other, it became an insult towards those with extremist politics. But over time, it became a bit of a buzzword. If you like anything that can be perceived as being edgy or anything that's just a bit niche, you're guaranteed to get called a LARPer by somebody. The word has basically lost all meaning. I think it's probably the most overused and annoying word in the English language right now. But with that being said, even though the word has become a bit overused, there has been a sudden infestation of LARPers. So today, we're going to go over all the different LARPs one can do. The OG LARPs. It's in this category I'd put things like Nazi LARPing. Nazi LARPing is a tradition that goes back to the 1960s with the American Nazi Party. They would dress up in these silly uniforms and march around, but nowadays, the average Nazi is a 14-year-old on Discord, and half of them are brown, some form of Filipino or Mexican. You know, being a brown neo-Nazi is a tradition that goes back generations. These LARPers are really just more annoying than they are offensive or harmful. When you tell them they're really unfunny, they confuse that with you being offended at how base they are. Like, I'm not offended at your racist jokes, you're just not funny. Most of them are just literal children who discovered racist memes for the first time and it fried their brain. The first comment I ever had on my channel, the username was like, that Nazi 1488. His profile picture was a swastika. I go to his channel and it's all Roblox videos. I watch one, he's like 10 years old. This kid could not be older than 10 years old. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna come clean. I'm a former LARPer myself. I got the siege mask, the Flectarn, the leaked DMs between me and a femboy, and I look back to me at the ages of 12 to 16 and I cringe. I cringe so hard. Which brings me to another point I have. Their memes and jokes have been at a standstill since like 2020. I've been seeing the same unfunny memes over and over again for 6 years. When I was 14, I had an offensive Instagram meme page, and I still see those memes get reposted sometimes. It's been so weird seeing all the obscure racist memes breaking containment and becoming mainstream. People are unironically using words like goy and chud and posting Agartha edits. Wow, that was really funny. 6 years ago. This LARP also has its own kind of language. They communicate almost exclusively in unfunny internet slang. I'll show an example of these two LARPs communicating.
Bro, I yelled out Agartha in the middle of class and everyone was soy checking at me. They're such goyim.
Bro, that's so truth nuke. Those freaking goy cattle.
We're so based, bro.
Nah, we just sensitive young men for real. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Please. I've met so many people that unironically talk like this. And let's talk about the word based for a second. Everything is based to you people. Shut up. It's such an overused word. Everything gets described as based. You guys want to see something really based?
Yo, just chilling with my beast boop though.
Did I record my own piss and shit just for a joke in this video? Chad face, yes. Chad face, yes. Most of these LARPs are relatively harmless. They'll grow out of this phase in like a year and cringe whenever they think back to it. Hopefully. They can't be like 50 years old doing this shit. I love this video so much. The White Student Coalition. For some reason this kid has no shoes on and he has a really bad speech impediment. He can't say comrade, so he says cumrag.
Hello comrades, thank you for coming.
This video probably haunts them so much. The next type of LARP is the sinister LARP. Oh god, not 764. Oh fuck.
Oh, I'm so sinister.
I'm so sinister. Oh fuck, I'm extorting. If that joke made no sense and just confused you, let me explain. 764 was this Discord extortion group founded by this ugly little boy. He has since been arrested, and 764 doesn't exist anymore. Anyone that says they're part of 764 is LARPing. Which is ironic, because 764 began as a LARP of 098, a decades-old Nazi Satanist group. So it's LARPers LARPing as LARPers. There are layers to the LARP. There's so many of these Discord extortion groups, it's hard to even keep track of them. 764 isn't the only one, but they're all basically the same though, all under the calm umbrella. So if you've ever heard anyone talk about the calm community, it's basically the extortion community. And words cannot express how much I hate these people. They spend their lives grooming little girls and blackmailing them into doing horrible things. They're so proud of it too, like it's something impressive or hard. It's like bragging about luring kids into your van with candy. It's not that hard, dude. Kids are fucking stupid. If you've ever had the unpleasant opportunity of being around these people, they act like the FBI is after them, or like the mob put a hit on them. They're insanely paranoid, but at the same time, they give the first e-girl that shows them attention their full name and address, and butthole pictures. They also love lying about stealing or sim swapping, stuff like that. Their entire identity is just looking cool and evil to impress other equally retarded people. That's why I call them sinister LARPs. Their LARP isn't just harmless internet fun. But with that being said, these people only have power over you if you let them. You can't be e-raped, just turn off your computer. I heard about this one case. A girl ate her hamster. She was blackmailed by 764 into doing it. But, come on. Here's my guide on how to not eat your hamster. Don't eat your hamster. What blackmail could somebody possibly have on you for you to do that? There is nothing you could have on me for me to eat my hamster. Not to victim blame, but you really can't trust people online. And you really can't trust anyone who's a part of some evil internet cult. I see some of these stories of girls who got blackmailed by these groups, and it's like they were sending so much personal info about themselves to guys whose Discord names were like Evil Rapist 764. Come on. There was a lot of red flags. Here's a tip, don't add anyone on Telegram. Only racists and pedophiles use that app. I use it. Something I've noticed lately is that everyone is either overly sensitive or just a completely horrible, evil, sadistic pedophile with no in-between. Girl LARPs. Women get their own special little section. 99% of all female LARPers are doing it for male attention. The hearts of women are too pure to be hateful, and their brains are too small to understand politics. Wait, you're a girl, but you're racist? That's so freaking based. You're a girl, but you act like a racist teenage boy? That's really attractive to me. Please fuck me. They act like they're gonna save the white race by having a bunch of kids, but let's be real. If any of these girls had a kid, they're gonna smother it to death with a pillow. A lot of them are also into cutting and all this weird stuff. There are girls out there right now who have a swastika permanently carved into their flesh because a 16-year-old boy on Discord asked them to. I remember being 14 and I was competing with guys that were like 25 for girls the same age as me, which brings me on to comm girls. Comm girls refers to the girls that date the sinister LARPs. They're basically made in a factory. The same personality, the same kinks. They all even look the same. Belle Delphine ruined an entire generation of women. I seriously hate the way they do their makeup. What's so attractive about looking like a Fallout 3 alien? You'll often see them in their natural habitat. Dollhouse roleplay on Roblox. Ladies. He's my dada. I need to talk about this because nobody else is. On Instagram, there's so many of these AI-generated Nazi e-girls with OnlyFans accounts. There are real people out there paying for an AI-generated OnlyFans of a Nazi e-girl made by an Indian man. She, in quotes, edits herself into pictures with Gypsy Crusader, and nobody realizes it's AI. And all the comments are like, oh yes baby, I want to fuck, please. This schizo LARP. Have you ever met someone whose entire identity is pretending to be schizophrenic? Dude, the freaking FBI is watching me. I'm so schizo. I'm a base schizo. Ted Kaczynski, Killdozer. If I die, I'm not suicidal, it's the government. The government does not care about you. 99% of you aren't on a watch list and will never be. Everything you're talking about that would make the government supposedly want to kill you has a Wikipedia page. They love wearing t-shirts that say stuff like, I'm schizophrenic and have a gun, which is no different than those unfunny, ironic skeleton shirts. TCC LARPs. TCC refers to the true crime community. These LARPs are usually edgy teenagers obsessed with mass shootings. They make terrible TikTok edits, poorly drawn art, bad cosplay, gay fanfiction between different shooters. And just to clarify, I am not one of these. I'm not in the true crime community. I will admit that like half my audience is, but that's not my fault. This LARP is kinda harmless since most of them grow out of it eventually. But every few weeks, one of these kids takes the LARP too far and actually kills someone. Do not throw your life away and kill innocent people just so you can have TikTok true crime edits of yourself. Christianity LARPs. Christianity is getting most of its conversions from TikTok edits. I guess that's not inherently a bad thing, but it leads to a lot of people converting to Christianity when they know nothing about it. And they don't really care to learn anything about it because that takes actual effort. It's a lot easier to watch a bunch of freaking based King Baldwin edits. These LARPs usually stop being Christian after like a year, or constantly flip-flop on what denomination they want to be. These people watch a redeemed Zoomer video about Christianity and just choose whatever one seems the coolest. Started Christianity and weightlifting, starting NoFap in half a month. Wish me luck, boys. But with that being said, there are some people who convert and then make it their entire personality. Usually these people convert to Orthodoxy or Catholicism because there's nothing to make edits with about Protestantism. Could you please pray for me? I don't know what the fuck is going on with these demons, but I've been tempted relentlessly since I went to confession last Friday. It's fucking insane that sodomy is 15 minutes away from me every day. It is literally quicker than getting a Domino's pizza. Please pray for me. I've been having copious amounts of gay sex. Despite making Christianity their entire personality, a lot of them still seem to know nothing about it. They don't read the Bible, they don't go to church, they don't pray. They're only Christians really in name only. If they didn't have a cross in their Twitter name, you wouldn't even know they were Christian. I don't have anything against Christianity or Christians, and I feel like most of them would agree with me on this. I remember I knew a girl. When I met her, she was an atheist, and then she became an Orthodox Christian. Then she became a weird pagan religion and was super into black metal. Then she became Muslim. And all this happened over the course of like a year. She was speedrunning every religion. The funny thing is, after each conversion, she sounded super sincere that this time she was super serious. She wouldn't change religions in a week again. She'd learn everything about whatever she converted to. Does anyone remember those memes where it's just straight up porn? But then it cuts to a crusader saying something like, "Why are you watching porn? We need to retake the Holy Land." I never understood that because I'm not gonna retake the Holy Land. You just made me horny. I'm gonna jerk off. Media LARPs. Recently, LARP has been used more and more to exclusively refer to people pretending to like media. Like if someone has a profile picture from a game, but they never actually played the game. And I'm gonna be honest, this is fucking stupid. Who cares? You'll be accused of LARPing literally anything. I saw someone get called a LARPer because they played a video game for only a few hundred hours. LARP just means like poser or tourist now, which really annoys me. Can we all just agree that sometimes the aesthetics of something is better than actually watching or playing it? Sometimes I think a game looks really cool. I watch YouTubers play it, I see edits, but then I play it for myself and it fucking sucks. Does it make me a LARPer if I use that game as a profile picture, or I say it's cool? I think everyone my age remembers LARPing Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Being like 7 years old and not actually playing the games, but you watch Markiplier play it, and it looks super cool. If you did that now, some subhuman from Twitter would call you a LARPer. I think that, at the end of the day, we're all kinda LARPers. And that's really beautiful. Like all things, a little LARPing in moderation can't hurt. Maybe we should stop overusing this word. Nah.